1,000 curses on you, Maja! Oh, noble stranger, would you help Renzir? Karnwasten has been captured by Maja, this one's former first mate. She betrayed Renzir and turned his crew against him. There is no hope left. Save your kindness. This one has 3 trade shipments scattered across the port and caches. Recover them, and he can start a new life. Maja must also be disposed of, for she will not rest until Renzir is hunted down. Renzir's most precious treasure is his wife, sweet Nubani. Last he saw, she was near our ship. This one suspects she has cleverly hidden herself, but will need help to escape. Do all this, and Renzir will make sure you are rewarded. This one should have been more suspicious of Maja from the start. Her skill as a first mate blinded him to her greed. Now Renzir only wishes to retire and live peacefully with his Nubani. The High Elves do not like to see lesser ships such as this one's humble junker docked at their ports. Therefore, many foreign ships are directed to hidden waterways to deliver their goods. Such a lack of respect for us newcomers, yes? Maormer raids are a constant threat on Summerset's coast, and the Altmer Navy is, shall we say, slow to respond to attacks on foreign ships. Renzir must take all precautions for such attacks. None know of these caches but himself and Nubani. It pains this one to speak of his precious wife when she is in such danger. You'll know her by her clever tongue and beautiful sparkling eyes. She warned Renzir many times not to trust Maja. If only he had listened to her wisdom. It all started when we ported in Karnwasten only a few days ago. Maja began to disappear deep within the caves, became irritable, angry. Then suddenly, she announced herself captain, attacked all who opposed, including Renzir. That, Renzir does not know. Perhaps she found an ally, someone powerful enough to scare the crew into obeying her command. But there's more than sailors in those caves now. As Renzir ran, he saw strange fighters. Undead, perhaps. But Maja is no necromancer, nor any of Renzir's crew. However, if she did find an ally, perhaps they have such power. Evil forces lie within Karnwasten, Walker. Best to be cautious.
Did Captain Kitty Cat hire you to take me out? Fool! Hire you to take me out? Fool! I found true power! Submit to Kagarza! Her power is unbeatable! Unstoppable! Ha! Do you think you see?
It's good to see you again. Thanks for rescuing me and my companions from that insidious mine trap. By the way, if you're working with these smugglers now, you should know that I've deprived a number of them of their existence. Well then, it appears that your mission has thus far been a success. Since you're here, I could use your help. My associate Grog has been captured. I need you to free him, while I try to learn everything I can about the sea slode called Kagarza. We did indeed. Turns out that Keturah is just one of several sea slode terrorizing Summerset. We couldn't find the mine manipulator, but we located a necromancer in these caves. Grog went to investigate, but he failed to account for the smugglers. You continue to impress me, newcomer. I hope you made the creature's last moments particularly painful. But about Grog, he's chained up as a gift from the smugglers to appease Kagarza. Set him free while I look into the sea slode. I appreciate the effort. While I may have dealt with a few of these scoundrels, I'm not capable of eliminating an entire army of smugglers. Besides, one of us has to investigate Kagarza and the other sea slodes. Summerset is depending on us. As quietly and efficiently as I possibly can, I have no desire to get into additional altercations with either the smugglers or the sea slode's undead servitors. I'll meet you back here in this relatively safe location once we're both finished. From what I've been able to observe, the smugglers have entered into some kind of arrangement with the sea slode. They occasionally leave prisoners for the creature to toy with. Unfortunately, Grog is just the latest in a long line. A hunch, I suppose. For an often inebriated orc, he actually excels at that sort of thing. From what limited knowledge I have of the sea slodes, though, necromancy appears to be one of their favorite pastimes. I'll try to learn more once you depart.
Did Renzier send you? Nubani hopes he cared to mention his wife alongside his goods. So he sends you in his stead. How touching. No doubt Renzier first mentioned his shipments. Worth enough for us to finally retire, yes? But this one fears her husband will never leave his life as a smuggler. A traitor! If only we could have such a peaceful life. No, the only thing Renzier delivers to Summerset is contraband. That's why we port within this cave. Perhaps, though, with your help, I can finally force his paw. Putting an end to this dangerous life. If you dump those smuggled goods into the sea, then his only option will be to sell our ship and settle down. What do you say? Renzier never has to know. Just one more trip, Renzier tells me. Just one more trip. But it's been 5 years, and Nubani tires of hiding in caves and waiting for night. She loves her husband, but fears he will never stop. He just needs the right incentive. Many times, loudly, repeatedly. If we trade our ship, there will be no choice but to settle down. An honorable life in the sun is all this one asks. It's what Renzier wants too. He just needs the right push. Quickly, dump the shipments overboard. There are darker forces in this cave than mutinying smugglers. Nubani wishes to sail out of Karnwasten as soon as possible. And have no worries. She will find her way back to Renzier. Ah, but Nubani and Renzier are so resourceful, yes? The profit from this ship will be more than enough to open up a little shop. A simple life, yes, but honorable. No more dealing with necromancers and smelly caves. Maja is no necromancer, yet undead lines these shores. Strange, no? There is a powerful force at work, deep within the caves of Karnwasten. Something lurks in the darkness, and Nubani isn't waiting around for it to come out.
Thanks for getting me out of those chains. My wrists were starting to chafe. So, what's the plan? How do we get out of this oblivion pit? How do I... What the tusk do...
More intruders! Excellent! You'll be nice. Look at this. See how you fare against my undead.
Now!
Thanks for getting me. How do I... What the tusk do I look like? A blacksmith? Sorry, let me consider. Well, the smuggler with the key went to chat with the Slode. Said something disagreeable and I heard him scream. Body's not far. Or if you can pick a lock. Sure, I'll tell you everything I know. Right after you get me out of these chains. Look, I'm tired, I'm thirsty, and I'm in no rush to have that slimy slug get its webbed fingers on me. So go get that key. Thanks for making sure I got back to Kynar. We'll tell the Battle Ring what we know, but you've got to find Maria. Look, I'm grateful and all that, and I really admire your tenacity, but we're not safe here. I'll tell you and Kynar everything I learned right after we get out of this place. Fine, but then we really need to get out of here. The Sea Slode's name is Kagarza. Some sort of necromancer based on all the undead I ran into, but that's not all. I heard it talking to someone. A high elf, I think. Said some interesting things. Something about a cabal of some sort. Multiple sea slodes working together. They discussed another one of the big slugs operating to the south. Said they had a way to sink the island. Can we get out of here now, please?
Thanks for retrieving Grog. He may be lazy, perpetually intoxicated, and a terrible cheat at ancestor draw, but he is one of my steadfast companions. Was he able to shed any additional light on the Sea Slowed menace? Interesting. That corresponds with what I was able to learn. Anything else? My drunken companion usually discovers the most tantalizing secrets. Sink the island? Magic of that sort sounds as remarkable as it is terrible. Maria and the High Elf Marines headed south, following rumors of some sort of natural phenomenon. I wonder if they're related. You need to go help her. Time is of the essence. While you go south to aid Maria, I'll return to Alinor and bring what we've learned so far to the Battle Reef. It splits our forces, but I don't see any other way. Good luck, and may the stars light your path.
You return carrying nothing, and with no one at your side. Have you failed? Did you find this one's Nubani? First, Maja steals my crew, then my only means of survival. Oh, how will this one tell Nubani? He promised her a life of riches and luxury. Now we'll have to sell this ship just to get by. Still, you've done much. Thank you, Walker. This was to be our last trip, you know. Then this one could retire with Nubani in peace. His days at sea were to finally come to an end. Maja has ruined everything for us. She did? Why would she? You must understand! In Summerset, there is no opportunity for a Khajiit. The High Elves only expect the worst from us, and yet, the only life we can make is one within the shadows. Hardly a risky venture. The items allowed within Summerset, they are few. Certain books, foods, even perfumes are not accepted, for the strangest reasons. But the wealthy who wish for these items pay well for Renzia's troubles. By John and Jode, no. Renzier cannot stomach such things. Maja did not agree. She wished to expand our operation, smuggle in more risky items. Renzier's refusal must have spurred her to mutiny. If only he had been more careful. Nobody! There you are! Renzier knew you would escape.
Blasted guards. Perhaps there's a window. No, that won't do. So we meet again. Always nice and rare to see a friendly face. I'm afraid I don't have time to chat at the moment. I'm trying to seek entrance into this winery, but the guards refuse to let me in, despite my invitation. Tableau has left the House of Reveries, and tonight is her art debut. I received an invitation, but I suspect her patron caught wind of my arrival. Lilowen doesn't quite accept me as an acquaintance. In truth, I only wish to attend to check on Tableau. Her invitation came with a note outlining concerns for her safety. Could you perhaps go in and check on her? Make sure things run smoothly. It would mean a good deal to me if you would. Lilowen should be able to tell you where you can find Tableau. Just look for a noble type who looks like she has a stick up her ass. Well, more so than usual. Meet me behind the vineyard afterward. I'd rather not overstay my welcome here. Perhaps we were, but we've now gone our separate ways. Her choice of me as an acquaintance was always questionable, but mostly accepted when she was part of the House of Reveries. Once she acquired a patron, I felt it best to leave. Overly sentimental. Still, it's best this way. A reputable artist within Summerset is thought very highly of. It would never do to be seen with a Hulkind. I only came tonight out of concern for her safety. Once that's confirmed, I'll be on my way. My intentions are completely honorable, I assure you. There's no way I would harbor romantic intentions, given my status. Tableau is just one of the few Mer I consider a friend. The least I can do is keep her safe.
Tell me you are real, my friend, and not another mind trick sent by the vile slugs to deceive me. The Marines. We followed rumors of some new kind of magic. Discovered the geysers. Sea-slowed magic. Something to do with abyssal pearls. The geysers spout terrible sea creatures and undead. Bokorgan, the sea-slowed, is working to increase their power. Our report contains all the details. The High Elf Marine in Dirham. He's a mage, though nowhere near as powerful as Kynar. He compiled notes about the geysers, most of which I didn't understand. When the Yagra attacked, we split up. The Marines headed down the coast. I should survive. I've suffered similar injuries in the past. As soon as I gather my strength, I'll make my way back to Alinor. It's you! I never thought I'd see you again. You probably don't remember me. Tyrwin. You freed me from those Telvanni slave drivers in Vardenfell. It wasn't too hard to give that idiot Lonus and his mother the slip. Not that they didn't try, but I couldn't have done it without those papers you stole. It's so good to be back on my home soil, even if I hardly recognize it. I was a slave for a very long time before Lonus was even born. But it's not the Isles themselves that have changed so much as the people. I would have never imagined seeing people from all over Tamriel walking the streets of Alinor. No, I kind of like it. Gives me hope. There's a lot of tension in the air, though. The growing pains will be long felt, I think. Turns out, all those years searching for red star shells made me a fair hand at plying the waters for bounty. And Summerset has no shortage of shores. I make a good living hunting pearls, rare shells, and the like.
You saved the queen. Stars keep you safe, brother. Listen round, I've a warning to sound about an overgrown weed.
You're back. Kainar returned and said you went in search of Maria and the Marines. Tell me, is the sea slode threat as dire as the Queen's cat intimated? Eight protect us. A cabal of sea slodes, high elf traitors, magic geysers that can sink the island. I ask you to look into one threat, and you bring me a multitude. Still, this confirms the rumors. Now that we know, we can plan accordingly. Normally, I'd dispatch every soldier at my disposal to deal with these geysers. However, the ongoing war has depleted our forces. It might be time to reach out to more people like you and Kainar's adventurers. For now, take this with my thanks. The work you did to bring us information on the sea slode? Brilliant. That's only the beginning, however. Now we need to act on that information before the Abyssal Cabal can inflict too much damage on the island. The sea slodes have unleashed abyssal geysers that can sink the island. They assumed we'd be so concerned with the creatures that bubbled out of them that we'd fail to realize the true danger until it was too late. Let's disappoint them, shall we? Destroy the geysers. Find them and obliterate them as quickly as you can. You'll need to fight through the creatures spawned by the geysers, so bring allies with you if you can. And make sure to destroy the pearls. That's the source of the magic. There's nothing else to discuss until those abyssal geysers have been destroyed. Get to it, and may the stars guide you in this task. Without more information, there's no target to attack. Besides, I don't have an army at my disposal right now. The majority of our forces are committed to the continent and the Three Banners War. I must rely on the forces at hand.
call forth Luella Many Claws to shock the mortals into submission. You know you can't really defeat a Daedric prince, don't you?
Can't you see I'm busy?
Mastering a weapon can...
A good suit of...
skull, the domination and enslavement of a soul. The god of schemes, the prince of pain, the